Hi Libra, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your weekly messages for next week. Sorry I've been MIA for so long, but I've been moving house and as you can see, it's not the best setup just right now, but I thought I'd give you guys a reading anyway and I'll make it prettier as we go. So let's get straight into it. For Libra, what does Libra need to know next week? Okay, you've got two coming out there. So we have co-create and we have poised. Very nice. Okay, for Libra, we have the balsamic moon with it's a time for healing. And let's get your last oracle card. We have Fox Spirit with Think on Your Feet. Oh, and another one underneath it. Dove Spirit, Be Peace. Okay, so first up, with Poised and with Co-Create, these two cards together I'd say is about you needing to get in alignment with your self, with spirit, with your higher power, whoever that is, and you kind of need to just trust in the universe. It's kind of like you are, like you see how the ballerina there is kind of like on this, what would you call that, pedestal basically, and she's kind of balancing on her one foot and like having so much joy and all of that stuff. Like I feel like you need to get to a point where you can basically like stand on this pedestal with confidence and knowing that things are going to work out, and the way that you do that is that you co-create with spirit, you manifest, you like speak things into existence. It's about like even like looking in the mirror and doing affirmations and that type of thing. You also might need to work with someone else at this time with co-create to try and like work with someone to get to this point of being poised and like happy where you are. And it is going to be a good week overall, and maybe it's a great week for manifesting. Then with the balsamic moon, a time for healing, this does say that now is not the time to make kind of any sudden moves. It's time to maybe take a pause, think about what it is that you want. You might want to like focus on your healing, on your growth right now. I know that's probably not the best thing for, you know, someone who is in a case where they are either heartbroken or extremely sad or something like that, but everything does happen for a reason. And basically it's saying that you need to kind of go within right now, just relax, take some time to yourself, and then you need to start your like manifestation journey or speaking things into existence. Like even if it's just as simple, if you're not as spiritual, maybe even just set some goals and be like, okay, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be. And then, you know, it's about kind of, yes, you do need to take the steps to get there, but you need to believe that that's going to be possible as well. Then we have with Fox Spirit, Think on Your Feet, and Dove Spirit, Be Peace. You could be in a situation where like things are changing, like your plans aren't going like the way that you want them to, or something's happening where you basically have to kind of maneuver very quickly and maneuver your way either out of a situation or just try kind of like exactly think on your feet, basically, like be able to go with the change basically. And when things are changing, this can kind of like set us off balance in some way. So maybe the Dove Spirit is basically saying that, you know, like try to find peace where you can, like what I was saying with the time for healing, like maybe take some time to yourself right now, focus on just being peaceful within yourself, so that if things are chaotic around you, you can be the peace and have that inner peace even if there's chaos around you. Okay, so because so many cards came out, I'm going to have to overlap with the tarot, but it's not the end of the world. We'll just do it, so excuse how it looks, but it will be worth it anyway. So for Libra, what does Libra need to know for next week? I saw the Knight of Cups. What is coming in and what are the messages? Knight of Cups could be like an offer coming your way, someone asking you on a date, maybe someone wanting to sweep you off your feet in some way. So we have the Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, Five of Cups. We have the Hanged Man, Five of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Fool, and the Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. In bottom of the deck we have the Sun, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the King of Swords. Lots of people involved here. So I do feel like you need to ground yourself at this time. But what's coming in here is, I do feel like there is going to be some sort of communication coming in with the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Sun are all about communication. So if you've maybe been in a lack of communication with someone in your life, or kind of even just having a lack of clarity in a situation or something like that, you are going to get an understanding. Like there will be this clear communication. It might not be as like loving as you would hope. Like it will be positive either way, but, and you should be optimistic about this, but something's going to come in super quickly. There could be some harsh words exchanged, but through that conversation you will gain clarity with this situation. You could be dealing with an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then right in the middle of your reading we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands could mean, like I said, some sort of conflict. Maybe this is the chaos that's going on, is that there's a lot of like arguments or even just disagreements. There could also even be some sort of competition that you're going with, if this is like something to do with work, or maybe you feel like you're competing for someone's attention in some way. But whatever this is, it is messing with your confidence. Like you are trying to stay positive in this situation, and you're trying to like be like the positivity for you and everyone around you, but I feel like with this conflict it's kind of causing issues with that. And then we have the Five of Cups here, so you are disappointed with where you're at. You could even regret something from the past, but it is also that you are focusing on the stuff that has gone wrong. So it's like you're dwelling on what's already happened. Like the conflict is possibly, you know, something that's there's nothing that you could have done to avoid it, so there's no point dwelling on what's happened. Like you do still have a full cup right there in your hand, which is the Ace of Cups. So maybe you just need to realize that there is an opportunity here for a new beginning, or a new path that could lead you to a place of fulfillment if you put in the work towards it. But there's no point regretting something if you can't change it. Then we do have the Page of Swords. So like I did say, there is some sort of communication that I feel is coming in. And the Page of Swords is about like gaining clarity. It's about you getting some sort of new information that you didn't have before. So maybe that's what this conflict has brought, is that like it's brought you to a place where you're looking at things from a different perspective. And it is the opportunity again for a new path of possibly like learning something from the situation. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned here on your side. Maybe you've learned something about another person that has made you realize that that's conflicting opinions to what you have. But it is about, you know, being open to some sort of new path and opening your mind towards maybe their perspective in some way. But we do then also have the Ten of Pentacles. So after this conflict, there is going to be, you know, stability again. There is going to be a commitment between you and another person. Like something could even be marriage, or just someone who's very reliable or something like that. But it could also just bring like abundance or wealth, or like I see your finances being very good at the end of next week, or whatever this is brought could bring, like the conflict that you've been through could get you to a place of financial stability, or just stability in general. Then we have the Page of Wands here. So in your 3D world next week, you are kind of letting go of any sort of limiting beliefs. Like maybe that's what this poised and co-create is, where you're basically saying, okay, like, you know, what's happened in the past is done and I need to let that go because I have the opportunity to create whatever I want and manifest what I want. You know, there's the law of assumption, there's the law of attraction. Definitely look those two things up if that's the energy you're in. But the Page of Wands, you could be dealing with someone who's either your age or someone younger than you, maybe a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo and Sag. And it is an opportunity again for a new path for you, something that's quite exciting. And like the opportunities are limitless here. Then in your relationships, in your connections, in your emotions, we have the Hangman. So there definitely could be some sort of separation between you and your person at this time. Maybe you're not currently speaking to them. The Hanged Man is also maybe feeling a bit stuck with your love life. Maybe you feel like no matter what you do, you're always going to be here. Like maybe you've given up in some way where you've been very positive about the situation and now you're struggling with that because you're just like, okay, well, I feel like no matter what I do, no matter how hard I fight, like nothing changes. But I do feel like you do need to see things from a fresh perspective, and maybe gain some sort of enlightenment here on your situation, and that's going to be able to lead you forward in some way. But while you are stuck here, why not take this time to yourself to kind of heal yourself and find your inner peace again, to get to the point where you don't let anything around you affect you. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, and this has got to do with your thoughts. So you are wanting to kind of like maybe collaborate with someone, you want to put in the work into something. You could be thinking that like maybe there's someone else involved here in some way. There are a lot of people here. I don't see anything like super romantic, like there's not really cups besides the Five of Cups, and it's more kind of like in your thoughts and in your passions and stuff like that. Maybe like you can be sometimes, or your connection with this person can sometimes be like either very logical or overly passionate, like to the point where there's conflict. But there is, with the Three of Pentacles, your thoughts are that you do want to collaborate with this person, you want to be a team with them, you want to feel appreciated by them for like the effort that you put in, and you want to appreciate their effort in return. And then we have the Fool here. So in one of your goals, this is Aries energy, by the way, that's Pisces energy with the major arcanas, and then Leo with the Sun. Other than that, we do have a lot of air and fire signs here. So with the Fool, it is about you wanting some sort of new beginning when it comes to one of your goals or your desires or something. Like you're wanting to kind of take the leap of faith and step into this new world or this new path in some way, and like you willing to trust that no matter what, it's going to work out for you in some way, which is really good because that's kind of how you need to be when you are manifesting stuff. So let's get some clarifiers for you here, Libra. Okay, so first let's clarify the Five of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, this conflict is causing you to be like, it's messing with your happiness in some way. I feel like you think that there's something hidden from you, and you want the truth basically. You want to communicate with this person, you want them to be open and honest with you, and you do want like a new start between the two of you, but an honest start. So what's the Page of Wands? We have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you could be letting go of some sort of like limiting beliefs in relation to either your financial independence or into like the single life in some way. Like maybe this new path is like you're kind of starting to like, even though you're upset about this person and you're sad about it, and thinking about the past a lot, you're starting to kind of be like, okay, well, I can enjoy myself while I am single. The Page of Wands could also mean that someone new is coming in and like they see you as this Nine of Pentacles, like someone who's very independent, someone who like has a lot going for them, someone who's put in a lot of hard work into themselves and growth and that type of thing, and they're able to kind of like reap the rewards right now. Bottom of the deck we do have Chariot, so yeah, it definitely could be maybe that you are moving on from something, from a previous relationship or something like that, or just overcoming some sort of obstacles when it comes to like enjoying yourself and having fun, like being able to like allow the bad stuff that's happened to just, it's there's nothing more you can do about it type of thing, so let's just like have fun, move on, have a good time, and whatever happens type of thing. Could be travel involved as well with the Page of Wands and the Chariot. Okay, so what's the Hangman? Yeah, Hangman and the Four of Swords. Definitely some sort of break between you and someone else, but the Four of Swords is, you know, taking time away to be able to heal yourself, to rejuvenate, to you know, regain your energy, to be able to come back out and fight at a later stage. So there's definitely some sort of like maybe silent period or break between you and the person on your mind, but yeah, that's where the regret is coming in and the dwelling on the past type of thing. So I feel like you've got a lot going on for you, like some really good things in general, but it's your love life where you're like really focused on that. And I feel like, I don't know if you've ever listened to Abraham Hicks, but like she always says, if there's that one thing that's like not working for you, focus on the 5 things that are, and that one thing will come into alignment. You just need to stay in alignment. And if you can't be in alignment with your higher self or with God or whoever it is, while thinking about your connection, then you need to kind of not focus on that, because I do see you focusing on what's happened and how it's upset you. So what's the Three of Pentacles? So we have 2 cards coming out. We have the World and we have the King of Wands. So there is definitely an end of a cycle right now. I do feel like there is kind of someone that is going to come in, someone who is wanting to kind of like work with you in some way, like the type of person who's like, I want this person, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna make this happen. So I do feel like you are going to feel very fulfilled with this, or that's what you're thinking, that this is what you want, this is what's in your mind basically. You're like, it could be about this person even, that you're like, okay, I just want this person to come back now. Could be a Leo or any other fire sign, it doesn't have to be, but you want this person to come in and to know what they want, and you want them to basically come to you and say to you, I know what I want now, and I want you, and like, let's end this cycle, let's work together basically, let's become a team again. We do have the Death card at the bottom of the deck, so there was definitely some sort of ending, a change, and you're kind of in this transformative experience right now with this person is what I see. So what's the Fool? 2 of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck we do have the Knight of Wands. So it could be that like someone that you're dealing with is coming across as if like they don't want a relationship, like they just want to be carefree. It's like, I don't feel like you feel like, well, like I said, I think that you think there's another person involved here. I don't necessarily see that, but you could be thinking that they're kind of like a player or something like that, or like that they're juggling you with another person. But I just feel like it's actually them wanting to be just like carefree, like maybe they're not in the position to want a relationship right now because they don't want to have to put an effort towards something right now. But what this is basically, it is again possibly travel with the Fool and the Knight of Wands. Maybe you guys are at a distance from each other or something like that, or like someone would have to travel to another person to get there. But the 2 of Pentacles is kind of like, you know, like I've got too much on my plate right now. I'm taking action towards my desires, my goals, my dreams, and I don't have time for, you know, something like this. And basically it's saying with the Fool is like, okay, well, you got to take the leap of faith for yourself now and start new. And if that person comes back, fantastic, and if they don't, they don't, basically. So I'll put those two down. And then the outcome, 10 of Pentacles, like complete turnaround here. What is going on? The Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I feel like this person that you're dealing with could come back wanting a commitment, not right away. I feel like if you kind of get to this point where you're like, you know what, like I'm done, I'm cutting this out of my life, I'm not dealing with the BS anymore, enough is enough, like I'm gonna put up some boundaries here between you and me, and I'm not going to give to this connection anymore. That could get them to a place where they're feeling very hurt about something. The Three of Swords could also be third parties. So maybe it is that there's someone new coming into your life, and then they're seeing that in some way, and it's really like hurting them and feeling like they're extremely disappointed with how this relationship worked out in some way. And I feel like that's going to like bring in the point where they're actually wanting some sort of stability with you. If it's not that, then it could just be that there was a major disappointment when it comes to your finances, and you basically have had to like hold back in some way on your spending, or maybe even just have like a harsh talk with yourself or someone around you to be like, okay, no more, and that's going to help you with your financial abundance. So let's see, let's get some Heart's Hidden Secrets. So if this is to do with love, what do we need to know for Libra? So we have shocking, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. Okay, so something definitely has been like possibly even like felt like a tower moment in some way. This is definitely the past, that you weren't like expecting the end of this, or you weren't expecting this conflict in some way, maybe a big argument or something like that, and it's kind of like taken you like, what's the expression, sorry, I'm so bad with my words at the moment, it's like come off left field or something like that. Anyway, then we have clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. Like I said, you want some sort of truth here, and you feel like, I do think that you think there's another person that's involved here, and you want them to tell you the truth about that, and them to be honest with you. And I do feel like maybe that is a possibility, that like they're going to come and speak some sort of truth to you, and you're going to get the clarity. Maybe that's Page of Swords there, and like you weren't expecting that type of thing. Okay, what else? We have shallow, hollow, empty, and boredom. Okay, so, and that could be the Fool, because the Fool, although it's a very good energy to start a journey and a new beginning or something like that, like the Fool can get bored very quickly, along with the Knight of Wands as well. And maybe they're just like, oh, I'm just not wanting to have a relationship right now, because it's just, being in a relationship limits me in some way, and doesn't allow me to just be my carefree self. We do also have finality over here, so farewells, leave behind, and closures. So maybe you are getting some closure from the situation, whether that be them coming back, or this being like the end of it, like this is the final thing. With the World card as well, is like the end of a cycle. So what else? What's coming in for Libra? We have chasing, pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. So I do feel like like I was saying, like maybe they are going to come back and tell you that they want you, and they might become the chaser, even though before maybe you were the chaser and they were the runner. And then we do also have divine feminine at the bottom of the deck, yin and feminine energy. So it's kind of like when you embody this Nine of Pentacles, and kind of like become, and you could be a man or a woman, but you could resonate with the divine feminine what is going on with my words, and you might need to just kind of like focus on maybe healing your feminine side at this time, which is kind of like that energy of, I don't chase, I attract. I know it's, you know, cheesy to say it, but it really is true, like where you kind of just enjoy your life and the things that are working out for you, and then you're kind of open to any sort of opportunities that might come your way. So you could, like, you know, be able to look at like look at the opportunities and just choose what it is that you want. Maybe it's you that needs to make the choice and you're kind of struggling to decide, do I want this person back or do I want a new beginning? Do I want to see if there's someone new coming in? So yeah, that's interesting. I did get for some of you, for some reason, that maybe like there's someone that you've had a kid with, and like maybe they're chasing you right now, or they're going to very soon, and like maybe you're the mother of the child or something along those lines. That probably won't resonate with anyone or everyone, let's say. Okay, so let's get you some romance angels. I do also want to say, Libra, like I've been very kind of like I've got the sense of like nervousness for some reason, like speaking during this whole tarot reading. So maybe like you could be like nervous to kind of speak what's on your mind to this person. It's just this very like I'm like trying to catch my breath energy, and I haven't like gone for a run or even a walk or whatever. We do have attraction. You attract romantic love by fully enjoying this moment, which is exactly what I was saying there about like, if there's one thing that's going bad, don't focus on that thing. Like every time it comes into your head, and like I say this from experience, like literally give yourself a shake, like shake your shoulders, like just try to get this out of your head and be like, no, like you have to be stern with yourself and be like, no, I'm not thinking about that. I'm not going to think about that. Okay, what else for Libra? We have you deserve love, you are lovable. I do feel like you do need to hear that at this time. And you can't make this stuff up. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this could be someone new coming in altogether, but then there is codependency and addictions are affecting your romantic life at the bottom of the deck, and maybe the codependency part is the side that you maybe need to heal. And I say this with so much love, and I've been through this before, where you kind of like, when you're in a relationship, you get with someone and like you just become so kind of like intertwined in their life and them in yours, that sometimes you kind of like, you know, you let go of your friends or your hobbies, or like not seeing your family as often or something like that. And maybe this is kind of like a lesson that you need to learn, that if you do get into another relationship, maybe that's what you need to heal, this codependency, to be like, okay, I'm not going to stop my routine or like stop seeing the people that I see now just because of that like rush of love in the beginning, and then it kind of becomes a habit after time, and then you expect it from each other, and that can cause conflict. So I don't know if that resonates with anyone, but that's just what I was getting. So you do maybe need to heal some sort of codependency with you or your partner or whoever is coming in. So let's get some messages from the person. Usually for people in separation, which I do see that maybe you guys are either in separation or just taking a break from each other, maybe not speaking as often as what you usually would. So I don't react when people mention you. What else? We have, I left you before you could leave me. So like, don't let, where it says it came out on you deserve love and shallows right next to it, and it's like, I left you before you could leave me. So I do feel like you shouldn't take them leaving as like a knock to your confidence. Like, you are this Nine of Pentacles, you're the Queen of Wands, like you are someone, you're hot, like you've got a lot of things going for you, and I just feel like you need to remember that, like you do deserve love. It's not, don't take them leaving as like a reason to you like not feeling worthy or something like that. What else? Okay, we have another 2 coming out here. So I feel you even though we're apart, and we both know that I'm not the one for you. Yeah, maybe you definitely need to focus on this new love. So that is all I have for you today, Libra. I do hope it resonated, even if it was not the best reading. If it did resonate, please do give me a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again next week. Take care.